Hi, my name is Omoge. You're welcome to my YouTube channel where I explore different kinds of games and also show you how to play them. Today, I'm going to be playing a game called Minesweeper, which is a very old game about a field of square tiles that you have to dig and uncover. But there are mines and you have to avoid them, else, game over. Thankfully enough, there are clues on how to avoid these mines. This game is a game of pure logic and a little bit of intuition. Let's get into it. This is like a tutorial video on how to play Minesweeper game. In Minesweeper, there's something called the field, which is the screen you're seeing right now. And depending on the app or whatever way you play it, there should be an option to change the difficulty from easy to medium or difficult or hard. So I'm just going to change this to easy so we can start off easy. In the Minesweeper, we have the field and then we have the tiles. The tiles are the little squares on the field where you have to dig and you have to avoid hitting a mine to win the game. On the top of the screen, you can see the number of mines, which are the red flags that you have there. So in this field, we have 10 mines that you have to avoid in order to win the game. So if you dig every other tile completely apart from the 10 mines which you have to red flag or maybe not, then you win the game. It will be easier if you red flag the mine tiles so that you know where to hit and where not to hit. So while I play Minesweeper, I try not to start from the corners because there's a tendency that there are mines in the corners. So I try not to start from the corners. I start from the middle, and when playing Minesweeper, the first tile you hit usually does not hit a mine. The first tile you hit is usually not a mine. But if you hit the first tile and it's a mine, then that's just dumb luck. So we're going to start right from the middle. And before we start, I have to tell you that for every tile, which is every little square you see in there are 8 surrounding tiles. Apart from the tiles in the corners, which have 3 surrounding tiles, and the tiles by the sides, which have 5 surrounding tiles, every other tile in the middle has 8 surrounding tiles. So you have to keep note of that. Then every tile surrounding it is in contact with that tile you are touching. We'll see. I'll explain this as time goes by because I don't want this to be too complicated. So let's just start from somewhere around the middle. Let's say here. So this has already made everything easy because there's already a big huge mass of tiles that has been opened. So what you have left is nothing more. So remember I said that for every tile you can see where the dot is touching. Let's start from this number 1. So for every tile you have 8 surrounding tiles, and these 8 are all around. So for this one you have these 8, and these ones have been uncovered, which means the number 1 on this tile tells us that there is one mine that is around this tile. The only tile that has been uncovered that's surrounding this number 1 is this. So you long press it to give it a red flag for you to know that there's a mine there. So we'll go on to the next tile that you have to use as a clue to uncover the rest of the tiles. For this one, we know that there's only one mine surrounding it, and we have this red flag beside it showing a mine. So every other thing that connects to it is not a mine. That means this one is not a mine. That means you don't have to red flag it, you just dig it. As you can see, it's not a mine, it's a number, so it's safe. So for this number 2, we can see that every other tile surrounding it has been labeled by either numbers or a red flag, except this one. So this number 2 tile has to have 2 mines surrounding it, 2 mines close to it, 2 mines in contact with it, and this is the only tile left that has been uncovered. So that means that this is a mine, so you have to red flag it. You either long press or you click on the tile and then choose from the option to dig or to label it as a red flag. So we go on to number 3, and then this tile that has 3 obviously shows us that the surrounding tiles among the 8 tiles that are surrounding it, you need to have 3 mines, and now we have 2 in contact with it that are already mines. There's only 1 left, so that means that 1 left is also a mine, so you red flag it. That means this 3 has fulfilled its purpose, this 2 has fulfilled its purpose, this has fulfilled its purpose, as well as this number 1. So this 2, let's confirm if what we're doing is right. It has to have 2 mines in contact with it. That means 2 red flags, which has already been done. Because this is a side tile, there are 5 tiles in contact with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And among those 5, these 2 are the ones in contact with it that are labeled as mined. So this 2 is also correct. Then we go on to another number. It's easier for you to start from the corners. So let's move on to this corner where we have 1, and there's only 1 surrounding tile that has not been labeled, so you label it as a red flag. This is a 2, and the only surrounding tile that has not been labeled is this, so you label it as a red flag. This 2 already have 2 mines connected to it. This number 2 also already has 2 mines connected to it. This number 2 already has 2 mines connected to it. You need to be careful and check all around. This number 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles surrounding it. And among the 8 tiles surrounding it, you have 1 mine and another mine. So this is complete. That means that this tile is safe. You can dig it. So as you can see, the tile is safe, as we said. So we move on to other tiles. Now this can be a little bit complicated, or should I say difficult, because you have 4 here, and on this tile labeled number 4, you have 8 surrounding tiles. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And among those 8, you have 4 mines that have to surround it. That means you have 1 mine, 2 mines because it's in contact with it, and then you have this one that's also a mine. So among these remaining 2 uncovered tiles, you have 1 that is a mine. You have to be careful not to touch it. So this means that this may be a mine. Oh, sorry for red flagging it. And this means that this may also be a mine. So one of those 2 are mine, and you have to be careful not to touch it. We'll come back to that later because it requires some logic. So for this one, you have to click on the corner, obviously, because it satisfies the condition for having 1, 2, 3, and 4. It satisfies the condition of having these 4 having a mine. So you click on the red flag. This is touching the mine, this is touching the mine, this is touching the mine, and this is touching the mine. So every other tile that's touching the ones are safe. Here you are. This number 1 is also touching the mine, so this tile has to be safe, so you dig it. This number 1 is also touching the mine, so the next tiles surrounding it has to be safe. As you can see, it even opened up more options because obviously those tiles are safe. Now for this number 2, you have 2 mines surrounding it, and you already have 1 labeled here as a mine. So you come over to this corner because this is the only tile surrounding it that has not been uncovered, so you label it as a mine. These 2 ones have a mine connected to them, so every other tile touching them has to be safe. And for this number 3, you have 3 mines surrounding it. These 2 out of the 5 surrounding tiles are already labeled numbers. This one beside it is already a red flag, and then there are only 2 more, meaning that these 2 tiles complete the condition for being mines, and so we will red flag them. So back to our complicated part of the game. So from this, we can see that this number 4 requires just one mine left surrounding it, and number 3 also requires just one mine left surrounding it. Now, it is very possible that they share the connection between only one mine. In this situation now, there's almost nothing for you to do other than to guess. So you can start from somewhere else entirely and just dig randomly. This number 1 doesn't tell us much about it, so you just dig somewhere else and then it shows you a whole lot of spaces that are safe. So this means that this is the spot that 4 and 3 share that is a mine. So we red flag it and we see that number 4 already has 1, 2, 3, 4 mines surrounding it, and number 3 already has 1, 2, 3 mines surrounding it. This tile, is it safe or is it a mine? First, we count the number of mines we already have labeled. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First, that gives us indication that the number of mines are complete and the last tile is safe. Or you could do it the traditional way, where we can see that this number 1 already has a mine connected to it, so every other tile connected to it should be safe. This number 1 also has this red flag connected to it, so every other tile should be safe. That means that this tile is safe. And here you go, you win the easy board of Minesweeper. If you want to break your own record, you can keep playing and playing and playing to see how better you can do at this. It's just a game of logic, and maybe you can try out the medium or the hard difficulty sometime. Bye.